Welcome to this special edition of Steve's Mile to Dragon's Back. Since it is exactly one calendar month, because it's the 1st of August today, until the start of the 2025 Dragon's Back race, I'm going to do my first packing into the 15 kilogram bag experience, and let's see if we can get it inside weight, shall we? So all of that has got to go in, and I would say the weight is split 50-50 between all the mandatory kit, which is pretty much all this stuff here, and nutrition. Now these tailwinds, they weigh 810 grams per bag. I think the 3 kgs was all my food pretty much across there. So I'll unpack one of the food bags. We'll just pick Tuesday and I'll show you what's in there. So the idea of these being labelled is I can just grab one, and in there I can then tip out everything I need to load up my vest with for that particular day. And then there's another bag inside which I just chuck into my drop bag for filling up halfway. So what have I got? This is what I've worked out scientifically, I think, and also from ultra experience. I'm pretty much going to keep it simple. I've got NAKD bars, and if I have one of them every 35 to 40 minutes with a little cocoa one thrown in for a bit of taste, that will get me through. And jelly babies 3 an hour, roughly 4 an hour, but I always forget about my jelly babies, so I've got to make sure I have them. And that's a lot of salt tablets, I know, for half a day, but if I sweat at all, that is what I need to stop cramps. End of story. And I know they say the maximum I think you're meant to take is 10 per day, unless consulted by a doctor, but nobody's advised me, but I've experimented and I feel that's going to be okay. So exactly the same in there. That goes in the drop bag and we'll fill up at halfway. Then we have a really inexpensive Milestone sleeping bag, 0 degrees to 27 degrees. But that's not too bad on squidginess for packing up, and it's very lightweight as well. Comes in at, I don't think it actually says the weight on there. It's not too bad. But what I've done is I've paid a bit more money for this sleeping bag liner from Thermolite. Now the idea of that is I can sleep in just that if it's really, really hot, or I could put that inside that and be really toasty. So that's good. That's not compulsory kit, but that just keeps some the daylight on. This is my camping kit. Hold on. So why I like this one is because it doesn't weigh much at all, but I like the fact that it's all clipped together, so I can't lose the bits. Well, that's not clipped together, but everything else is. So I can put that around my belt when I'm walking around camp, and yeah, just chuck it back in there afterwards. So I like that, it's quite tidy. Next, we have a little inflatable pillow, which again, I was going to use my self-inflating pillow, but it's too heavy and takes up too much room. And this, once it's inflated, is very, very comfortable as well. So that's a much, much lighter, easier option. Next, we've got my Unigear inflatable mattress, which inflates in about a minute on pure breath. And you've seen that in other camping videos when I've wrecked legs. So that's good. Right, this is just a cloth for washing up, and yeah, I think we have to have one of those. So that's going in there as well. Right, now this huge beastie here is everything that we have to have around camp. Complete change of clothing, plus some of the doubling ups as some of the mandatory kit. So I'll open that up. So this is the contents. These are my barefoot shoes coupled with waterproof socks. The idea is that I get myself fully cleaned and washed off and my feet dried off, and then put the waterproof socks on and go around camp in these, because this is largely to do with the plantar. These barefoot shoes are the one things I can wear, funny enough, that don't hurt the plantar at all, and I'm going to need a lot of relief from any strain it's been under during the day. Just a t-shirt, then a warm layer, and then I've got a spare waterproof, higher state waterproof, plus this higher state puffer jacket. My thoughts are maybe very, very cold, and obviously a towel to dry myself as well, microfiber towel. My thoughts are that I could be very, very cold after each leg, and especially if washing in a stream. So I'm going to want to just chuck all that on and get warm. and stay warm hopefully. Next in here is the cold weather kit that's mandatory, so I'll get that out. So I've clearly labelled it cold weather gear so I don't get confused. I've got my Montane gloves, they are absolutely waterproof and awesome. Just standard pair of, I think they're probably Sports Direct tights. And this is a RAB, in 300 and something grams plus. Top, the other one we need to have hooded as well, and a spare hat. So that'll all go in there. I can't scrimp on that, and I can't scrimp on anything in there. That all has to go pretty much. I don't think I'd be, I mean, although some of the stuff in the overnight kit or dry change of clothes kit is surplus, but I think I'm going to want all that. And I'm going to want all that nosh as well. So the next bag we come on to is the only one where I can reduce some weight if I need to. So in here is a luxury, I think, which is a clean pair of shorts, a clean pair of socks, and a clean t-shirt for each running day. Now, I'm not certain that when I've loaded this bag up it's going to be under 15 kgs, so this is where I may have to scrimp and make good use of the drying room, because if I can just rotate 2 days worth of kit, then effectively I'll be able to, I mean, I won't show you what's in there, it's just shorts and my standard kit I've always worn for all my ultras. But yeah, I might have to use the drying room and experiment with just 2 days worth of kit and be a bit smelly and a wild man, but we're all doing that anyway, so that's the name of the game, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can get it all in the bag and see what it weighs. Close. Oh, sorry Rex, I made the bag's big enough. Alrighty, so what does it weigh? Fingers crossed. 14.98. Oh my word. 14.98. Alrighty, I might as well show you. This is a drop bag, by the way. There's a pair of shoes in there. Just see them down the bottom. And so far, this is all I'm going to be putting in. I'll show you what's in there. That's my sort of like goodie bag. That is not going to go in because I'm going to put it all in this high estate little bag. But I'm going to take that along to kit check just so they know it is their actual blister kit. And I'll put the pair of scissors in there as well because there isn't a pair of scissors in that. And then in here there is midgie spray, insect spray and head net. But I'll probably carry those in my vest to be fair. And then I'll show you what's in here as well. So that is the full contents of that little bag. So we've got Vaseline in case we have any chaffing. We've got shoe horn in case I have to change my shoes midway. Elasticated laces plus other laces and other laces in case we have a lace malfunction. Scissors, they're going to go in the blister pack actually. Some tape in case we have little taping up requirements. Little spare bit of toilet paper. Yeah, we all know we need that travel runners. Sun cream, tip removal, and electrolyte tablets in case I feel like my salt tablets aren't doing the trick and I need to put some electrolytes in my water bladder halfway, plus some repair kits for, but that's more for camp, but they just happen to be in that bag of goodies. So yeah, there you go. I'll probably add to that, but it doesn't weigh much anyway, so looking good. So yeah, what I'm going to do is everything that's in here, which isn't particularly, I mean the box is redundant really, all of that will easily go in there and I'll prove it to you. Actually it didn't go in that bag, but it's gone in a much smaller bag there. The only trouble is all these instructions don't come off the lid, so it's kind of, you need the instructions really for some of the things in there. So if it doesn't take up too much space in my bag, I might still leave that in there, but if it becomes a problem for space, then I'll decant it.